Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 13 of Hand of Fate. First of all, apologies if I sound as croaky as the dealer does today. I'm recovering from the dreaded man flu. But without further ado, let us go and start episode 13.
Back so soon? I knew you would not falter.
So we should be quite close to the end now.
Stacked against you, but you have come this far.
So obviously we're continuing with story mode. And we're now on to the 12th encounter, which I don't believe is the last one. I think there is one more after this. This is probably going to be quite nasty considering some of the curses that we've been given on the last few. So, Hungry Blades. Whenever a weapon ability is used, the player consumes one food. So we basically shouldn't use weapon abilities. And Skin Rash. The player draws from the pain deck on every fourth step. That's really, really nasty. So basically we want to try and complete this as quickly as possible, because the longer we move around, the more often we are going to be taking stuff from the pain deck. And there's some really nasty stuff in there as well.
You should run. This is the King of Scales. He has lived since before humans came to this place, mighty and lonely and dangerous beyond measure. He cannot win.
Now, I've never actually done this particular encounter before. This is the furthest I've ever got in the game. We have a sufficient amount of cards in the deck. We've actually only got about half of the cards unlocked on both decks as well, so there's still quite a lot more that we could get, but I think we will go in as is.
The dagger. My final symbol. Can you take it from me? Even if you can, could you turn it against me? I, who know its every mystery? I think not.
Not too sure what those rusty axes do. I don't like the fact that there's a few of them in the deck and they're dealer cards, so probably going to be something quite nasty, and it's probably going to be something that forces me to use weapon abilities.
Finality. You or I must die.
Well, that's quite nice. Every third encounter does not consume food. It's better than nothing. So, yeah, we'll definitely replace what we were already carrying. Retribution. Whenever the player is struck by a ranged attack, there is a chance that the attacker will be stunned for 3 seconds. Okay, not bad. There are much better blessings we could have had. Well, nice and linear, I suppose. Golem Hunting Party. So defeat this challenge 3 times. Yeah, we've done this before, so we basically have to fight the golems. We will attack. Only one failure state there.
A choice.
No idea where it was.
Your desire.
But at least I didn't find it, which is good. So we need... Oh, it's a 2 of golems. Wow, it's normally only a 1. Okay, well, I think I can probably handle that. Do have to be really careful with them. I mean, we don't have any weapon abilities or anything, so the trick here is going to be stay mobile. Let's just skip all of this MacGuffin. Now, unfortunately, 2 problems we have here. One, these guys have an absolute butt ton of health. They're also very annoying, so I'm just going to be moving around like a madman. We also need to remember that this particular map does have traps on it, as I've just demonstrated by running into one of them. So I need to just basically avoid running into the traps myself, which sounds easy. Oh, and there's another one. I really dislike this map. Just managed to get out of the way of that. Out, there's another one. See, it's annoying because you really have to stay mobile on these things because of the damage they can do to you, but then you constantly just get stuck by hitting the traps, which I really want to avoid doing. Luckily, though, they're hitting the traps as well. Of course, ow. Of course, it would have been nice if I could have got these guys removed from the deck. Really got to struggle to get out of this. I'm already down to less than half of my health. Get out of the way. He's gonna blow. Damn it. That did not hit me. I'm already down to 29 health. Well, this might be a very early end to this run. Just managed to get out of there in time. Well, if I'm going to screw a run up and have to restart, at least it's going to be very early on. Is that both of them down? Wow. Okay, so down to 22 health already. That's not good. Do get some food for that, though. Well, later on we will. Get some health back. Loan. How much gold do we have? We can give him the 10 gold. We'll get it back eventually.
Very nice indeed.
Marketplace. Don't really think we can do anything here. We could attempt to steal some food, but I think we're just going to leave. We'll pick up some more food here. Of course, we will end up drawing something from the pain deck. There we go. We lose 15 health instantly. Which is not very nice. Helpful priest. We'll give him half of our food. And we'll hopefully get some decent blessings. So it's gone underneath. I think it might be that one. No, it was that one. But oh well, we still got a positive outcome. We get a blessings card.
Many of these blessings are too good for the likes of you.
I do like this one. It basically gives you a mulligan every time you do a chance draw, so... Not a lot of health, not a lot of food.
Sail away and see what you will find.
But yeah, this is a particularly nasty combination of curses, really. So we've got a travelling healer, but we don't have any money. We've got to move into this tile anyway.
I have not
so we may as well.
Mortality in an age or more. Now you force me face to face with it.
So, stranger in the shadows. Did we not get our gold back yet? Well, we can't afford to give him any of our health, so we just have to let that one pass. Now, if we move here, we should actually get the loan repaid. I actually didn't. I was expecting it to have been repaid by now. Okay, well, we can't really do anything here. At least we knew it was a relatively safe tile. Imagine we could have just moved straight to there. Would have been better. Losing 5 health is not good. Found the metal ore, which is relatively decent. And we get to try and take the ore. Did we not take the ore? I didn't even read the text, that's how... I just have a feeling this is going to go badly. So much so I didn't even bother reading the text. Another golem hunting party. Fantastical. Draw 1 monster card. It's only a 1 of golems. I will take the 1 of golems over the 2 of golems any day. And succeeded, so we'll hit confirm. To see what sort of horrible map this is. Obviously I need to avoid losing health. It's the same horrible map as last time. Roll, roll. I already got hit there. And again, I'm actually doing a terrible job of getting out of the range of that. I used to be able to avoid that nice and easily, and now I'm just sucking at it. The point is, I can't even use the usual technique of just moving backwards and forwards between... Get out of the way! I can't even use the usual technique of just moving backwards and forwards between 2 different cards that we've already revealed in the hope of getting additional health, because every time we move 4 tiles, we take damage from the... we got him. Every time we move 4 tiles, we get a pain card, which could very well lose more health than we just regained. So this one's going to be tricky. So we do get some food, but it means we have to backtrack. I think we need to do it, though. We need to pick the food up.
I'm sure you're grateful.
Actually got
for
some
that.
gold back. And another 10 gold. And another 3 gold. Now, I don't actually want anything from the shop. But while we have some gold, I think we will... Do I risk going for the shop? I've only got 13 food. We are about to get another pain card. But I think we need to try and get our health back. Lose 3 food. That was pretty crappy, but at least it wasn't as bad as losing health. So we've got 8 food. And we've got 60 health. So let's go and approach the shop. We don't have an awful lot of gold, but we'll see what we can do. We might be able to get some of our health back. We might be able to regain some food. So let's have a look. Okay, so heal wounds. 6 for 10 health.
More health to
Or
work
8
with.
for 15.
Much good mate, do you?
I think we do it again. We don't have a lot of food, but still got 12 gold. So we could buy 3 food. Before we do that, actually, do we have anything we could sell? Let's have a look. Got our regular shield. We could sell it. No reason not to. Don't even have a decent upgraded weapon. But that should now allow us to buy... Oh no, we still don't quite have enough. Well, 3 food I guess it's going to be then. And we leave. Not quite on full health, but we will be by the time we get to the exit. Yep. So we'll get another pain card probably when we move here. The Maiden. So that's not even the exit to the thing. It must be this one. That's nasty. Ask for a longer life. Or ask for supplies. I think a longer life is going to be more useful. Gain 1 max health card. It's probably going to help us out. Okay, so back onto here. We'll get another pain card when we move here. Lose 5 max health. Well, at least it's balanced out. And there's the
Down
stairs.
once more, seeking the heart of it all.
Let's take those stairs. So we've got a call for the priest. And of course, we just do not know where the
What
exit
brings
to
you
these
to
levels
play the
are.
game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
Let's go across this way. A merchant's
Another
favour.
chance
This is a
to
new one.
discover what your heart truly desires.
Whilst browsing the wares at a trading post, you're approached by the proprietor. You look like a trustworthy sort. I'm in debt to an acquaintance in Oranshire. He is holding some of our items of my collateral. If you deliver this gold to him, an item of equipment can be yours as payment. Accept the offer and take the gold. Sure, I guess this gives us a chance to spend the gold and not be able to do it. Lifting a floorboard and taking out a small wooden chest. Have my thanks. Please make sure all of the money makes it there safely. So he's given us 100 gold, basically. After 5 steps, the player loses 50 max health. Well, that's not very nice. Now, do we know... Beware of thieves and bandits on the way and stay out of the taverns. Return policy. Right, that's put up there. So I think that's where we need to head. We've got to go and head towards that one. It makes the most sense. Angry Guildmaster.
In the shadows and seek the light.
As you travel the dark streets of Steigl one night, a nobleman atop a mighty steed nearly knocks you down. We can humbly apologise. Let's try and steal. I apologised last time and it didn't... he just fobbed us off. I think it might be that one. No, huge failure. Redraw. Redraw. We only get one more turn at this. Huge success. We'll take that. You regain your feet and leap onto the horse. Feigning attempts to attack the rider, he easily rebuffs you while you reach into his satchel and steal some treasure. Draw 1 equipment card. Nice. Angel's Wings. Greater movement speed. Yep, we'll take that. I'm going to go on to the call for the priest, because we know that that's the safe card to move on to. And obviously we don't want to go in there because we don't have any gold to spend. But now we can move on to this card, get rid of the heavy burden. We lose some food because we take a card from the pain deck. Return policy.
Win this and claim my token.
You look like the fella that's carrying the payment for my friend across the veil. So we can fess up and hand over the gold, or we can deny it, claim he's mistaken, and keep the gold. Let's hand over the gold. I mean, the gold would have probably been more useful than whatever piece of equipment we get, because we could have bought a lot of food with that gold. But let's see what we get. So we lose the heavy burden. And, oh, we get to choose. So what does the rusty axe actually do? During combat, press the left mouse button to attack.
The rusty axe springs forth once more.
So is that just the standard axe? Okay, so that's the reason it's in the deck. So it's just the standard basic axe. Well, obviously we don't want that. Ring of Survival. After every third combat, the player receives 20 health. That could be useful. Or the Berserker Armor. During combat, every hit you sustain increases speed and weapon strength. I think we go for the ring here. I think the ring's going to be much more favourable to us. I'm very short on food now, which is problematic. We might as well go to this tile. I mean, it could have been the way out for all we knew. Well, we're now down to 1 food. Do we want to pray out the altar? Well, we've got the redraw, so let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Top one is safe, but then it's sort of shuffled off. Success, yep, we'll take it, because there was no huge success in the pile. We get a blessing card. Start of each combat, a random opponent is highlighted. If it's the first to die, yeah, well, that probably won't happen. So, we move over here. We're going to be out of food shortly. The Dead King's Hall. Draw 2 monster cards.
Of plague returns, much like the plague itself when you think about it.
Yeah, I really don't want to do either of those, so I'm going to attempt to try and just sneak past if we can. Huge failure, of course it is. Right, there's the huge success. Well, we got a success. I'll take that over a failure anyway. We do manage to escape. Top or bottom is the question. Well, we came in on that one, so let's assume it's probably going to be the furthest away. And indeed it is.
The risk of starvation.
Yeah, we are running out of health now because we don't have any food left, so we will hitch a ride.
A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time.
Let's get out of here.
You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom.
Well, I don't mind losing 30% of our gold, considering we didn't have any gold to begin with.
Every living thing must eat or die.
So the thing that worries me a little bit...
expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine.
So we've got no food, we've got no gold. Devil's Carnival. And I don't even think that we're on the final stage of this dungeon, because he didn't mention the Plague King.
And a token
or the Scale King. Well, let's see if we can actually manage to do this. It'd be nice if we could get some food. So, we want to try and get the huge success if we can. We do get to re-roll, so it's gone underneath. I will confirm. I'd sooner have the success than run the risk of getting the failure. And the huge success is the second one. So it's gone underneath, and I'm balls if I know where it is. It's not that one. Let's redraw. So it's on the far right. It went under. Could be that one. Oh, huge failure twice in a row. Of course. 1 max health pain card. Oh, cheers for that. Lose 5 max health. Well, I'm not at my max health anyway, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. Damn annoying, though, to get that. We have no way of knowing where the way out is here. We could end up having to do a lot of backtracking, so the question is, do we go to all of these cards? Treasure chest. Let's approach it. Oh, wow, this is nasty. Hey, I'll take that one. Treasure chest looks battered but still intact. What treasure might it hold? Attempt to pry open. Let's keep our eye on the failure. Didn't see where it went, and I managed to find it. Classic. It's the failure that we don't want. Oh, wow. Can't believe I managed to get that twice in a row. Brilliant. Oh, well. No negative effect. We just don't get anything from it. Got some health back. Go to a shop, but we have no money, so that's pretty pointless. So we pass it by. Lose 5 max health. Thank you very much. Tavern wager. We have done this one before. We're just going to refuse the wager, and then we have to fight, which will be a 2 of dust. That I can probably manage, assuming that I don't actually die. Just try and take them both out if we can. There we go. That was a little bit messy, but at least they're out. Of course, that ring that heals us requires us to do more fights for it to really be useful. Draw 2 equipment cards. Healer's ring. Whenever the player receives healing, they also gain +1 gold. Not all that useful. And mercenary contract. We still don't have any gold. I'm a little bit concerned that we're going to run out of food. Well, we'll pass the shop by. There's nothing more we can do.
What an ignominious way to go. I do hope
The
you find
Goblin King's
useful.
Halls 4. Yeah, we're just starving
We play
out
for
here.
a token now.
So we've done this one before, I believe, and we sort of screwed it up. Get to the point. Right, what do we need to do here? Let's go find the other vault now. It'll have to wait. I can't afford to lose a load of health in trying to do this. Alicia in Underworld.
Again,
well, we can't
a
even really
token
do
is at
that.
stake.
We've tried it before, but we don't have... Well, we could try it, actually. We've only got 3 gold. It's not a lot of use for a lot else. We might eventually manage to do this one. It's on the top. It went underneath. Yay, finally. At least we'll get some cards out of this. The Mystic's eyes flash wide open. Your fortune is awash with death and destruction, but there's also hope. You'll carry fortune's favour with you. How may I aid in you in your endeavours? To someone with such a powerful aura as yours, I could tell of what I know. The price for such information, though, would be high. A powerful magical trinket, such as the one you are carrying. We'll give it. I don't even know what it's going to be. You hand over the artifact to the Mystic. She appears quite surprised. I guess now I have to tell you all the many things I know about the underworld. Gone is the smooth voice of the Mystic, replaced by a much more agricultural accent. Oh, we lost the mercenary contract. That's fine. That was terrible. Seemingly unsure of her words, the underworld is a strange and mystical place. Look, the Mystic, the real one, just pays me to drive the carriage and look after the horses. I just fill in occasionally. The other day she comes over all strange, talking about portals to the underworld and such, and say she's going to investigate. That was 2 days ago. I'm starting to get a bit worried. Will you look for her, adventurer? Offer to search for the missing Mystic. You venture out into the woods behind the Mystic's caravan and soon come across another portal like the one at the village sacrifice. As you edge close to the portal, a powerful voice booms out in a delighted cackle. At last, a visitor to my domain. You are dragged into the portal. And we get to fight the, wow, Hellbeasts ×8. Once you're ejected on the other side, you shout to the sky about your search for the Mystic of San Riviere. Your Mystic is dead, the voice replies. She came with no understanding of the power here. Her foolish soul now feeds me and my millions, as will yours. So we've got some nasty things to fight here. Don't think I've ever fought these things before, whatever they are. Maybe I have done, I can't remember. They just look like hell rats. So I guess we just do a lot of blocking where we can. Oh, some of them are unblockable. Okay, that's good to know. I think I did take an accidental hit in all of that. Oh, yeah. Just got to try and keep on the move. Keep my eyes open for the ones that's... Oh, that one that's unblockable doesn't give you a lot of warning. staying mobile is probably just a better idea than trying to counter-attack. Just keep trying to hack them down. Don't have a lot of health right now, which is disappointing. Yeah, I thought that one was going to be an unblockable one. We are doing a fair bit of damage here. Trying to avoid misses because I'm trying to get my weapon combo meter up, so we do more damage. Thought that one was going to be the unblockable one. Wasn't disappointed. There we go. They're all down. We retained most of our health. Let's put it that way. Okay. With the last hell beast slain, the voice rings out once more. You have won for now, but my forces will rise up and take the land above by force. You cannot stop us. Card token is now ours. So even if this particular playthrough does go south, we'll at least get some tokens. And we get a little bit of healing from that. Lose 5 health. That was very nasty. And Noble Trader, so it's not even the way out. We should have just gone to that one. We don't really want to sell our shield because it gives us some free food. Why are we taking damage there? Did we just take damage for moving? Oh yeah, because we've got no health, no food. Can't afford to do anything there. Yeah, this is going to be nasty. Lose more.
Starvation begins to set in. Try to
We've got a big
calm.
problem here.
Fear will only hasten your demise.
Unfortunate curses, I think. Wow, that's nasty.
Ouch.
Lose 1 food. Didn't even have a food, so how am I supposed to do that? I think we go to the left. I mean, we're going to die in 2 moves anyway.
Here it ends.
Ah, Mr. Lionel. Maybe it will be useful here. Can you give me some food? Ask him what he needs. He's taken my shield. You git. That means I don't have a shield at all now. And I get 1 equipment card.
Armor like this was exotic in my day. I imagine it is positively unheard of in yours.
Well, it is better armor, but it doesn't really help us with the fact that we're going to die on the next movement, so we are dead. Well, that was unfortunate.
A sad way to end. I had such challenges prepared for you. Such is life. I honor
now, I have
our
a
deal. You win, and you gain reward. Even though I now work against myself.
I have a feeling when I first played through this in the early access that if you died, you didn't actually get the tokens, which sometimes meant it was very difficult to feel that you'd achieved anything. So even though I failed this particular run, at least I actually have managed to get some tokens. So let's go and see what we've unlocked, and then we can try this again next time. So for stealing from the Guildmaster, there's a 40 gold gain card, there's the Guildmaster's Ring equipment card, and the lovely Bard encounter. And then for delivering the gold to Oranshire, we receive Food Wagon. And finally, this is one of the DLC ones, for attempting to rescue the Mystic, we receive the Greenborough Forest. So that was quite nasty. A lot of things went wrong during that, and this is the furthest I've ever got in the game, so I am literally playing blind from here on in. But when we come back on the next video, we will attempt to do that one again. Hopefully the RNG will be in my favour a little bit more, and maybe I won't lose half of my health to the golems at the beginning or run out of food quite easy. I think I should prioritise food over health, really, because it was definitely the food that was the big problem there. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Hand of Fate. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.